You might tune me out if I say this. Not a huge IndyCar fan. I am an open wheel racing fan, but I'm an F1 fan. I definitely enjoy street races much more than ovals, but I do understand the spectacle that is the Indy 500. So it's coming up here in just a few weeks. So I thought we'd talk about it this week rather than the leading right up to it. So it's going to be Sunday, May 26th. Then, of course, you've got Carb Day and the festival and all the other things leading up to the Indy 500. But what can you take with you? Of course, you can buy concessions there, but do you want to pay their prices? So here's a rundown of what you can take. You can take water. You can take it in a Camelback if you don't want to carry it around in your hand. Pro tip. Or, just some plastic bottles, of course. You are allowed to take soft drinks, wine, and beer. You just can't take glass bottles. They have to be in plastic or aluminum cans. Now, if you're going into the pit area, you can't bring coolers or alcohol in there. Now, how are you going to haul all this stuff around? You can bring a cooler, but it's limited in size, and I think this is even smaller than your carry-on size for an airplane, so good luck with that. Maximum size for your coolers at the Indy 500 this year, 18 inches by 15 inches by 15 inches. Anybody planning on going down to the Indy 500 this year? Throw it in the chat if you are. I'd love to see who's going. Now, I think you can bring a cooler per person. So you can bring multiple coolers, but now you're stuck hauling those coolers around. You can bring carts and wagons. It's such a big place that they're going to make it as easy as possible for you. You can do that every day except the actual race day. So if you're there for practice, if you're there for carb day, take your carts and wagons. Now, what you can't take your dogs. With the exception of service animals. And I can't take your dogs. I should have said can't take your pets, can't take your animals. Of course, a service animal, not a pet. Certainly, if you have a disability, you can most certainly take your service animal, but don't take Fluffy with you. You can take flags, signs, and banners. You may not obstruct the view of others at the race. Nothing obscene, nothing offensive. Let's all just try to get along, right? Not too much to ask. And they're not allowed in the concert areas, and you can't take flagpoles either. So there's a quick little rundown. So you can take all the beer that you want that fits inside of an 18 by 15 by 15 cooler. I guess you could bring a 24 pack and just throw it in your wagon and have warm beer. Here's some mobility information, things you can take with you. So of course you can take strollers, except in the concert and VIP areas. And mobility devices, of course. You can't take your golf cart, your ATV, because you take your four-wheeler to the racetrack. Scooters, mini bikes, no rollerblading, skateboards, skates. They call out pogo sticks specifically. You gotta wonder what kind of incident they had with pogo sticks to not specifically allow pogo sticks. And you can't take your bike onto the grounds, but you can park them at gates 1, 6, and 9. You can take a lawn chair or a folding camp chair. This is great if you're sitting on the hill, if you're not sitting in the bleachers, obviously, or, if you're lucky enough to have a box. Anybody in the chat have a box? Yeah, I don't see anybody throwing down that they've got a box, but if you happen to have one and you got some space available, hey, give me a call. Odd. They specifically call out that you can't take a kiddie swimming pool. I'm guessing that somebody thought they'd bring one to put their beer in, but so no smoking, no electronic cigarette, no vaporizers in the grandstands. You have to do it 20 feet away from the buildings and the seating entrances. And you can do it in the infield as well. So basically, stay away from the structures. No drones. I know that's a shocker. You can take your binoculars. No selfie sticks. Are selfie sticks still popular? I didn't think so, but outside of the crazy people like me who create content. You can bring an umbrella, if it's going to rain or if it's going to sun, think about sitting out there all day long in the sun. All right, so that's the quick rundown of what you can or can't bring with you. It gets into some more crazy things: aerosol, laser pointers, trampoline, scaffolding. I don't know. The important thing is you can bring your own liquids. You can bring your food into the Indy 500, so you don't necessarily have to pay the crazy prices at the concession stand. So that's what you can and can't take to the Indy 500. Maybe we'll talk more about it in the coming weeks if you guys are interested in such things. There is an F1 race this weekend, Imola. So if you're into fast races, check that out. We're big fans of F1 TV around here. You got wall-to-wall coverage, all the practices, all the everything. Okay. What's next? Oh, yes. Hit that subscribe button. If you're enjoying this video, if you'd like to see more, just go ahead and take a moment and hit that subscribe button. And just a reminder, I'm Geoff Gooch, realtor with App Properties here in Lafayette. If you're looking for a home in the greater Lafayette area, I'd love to help you out. Give me a call or a text. My information is in the description down below, but it's 765-413-6190.